Hi, my name is Kelly, and this is my dad and my mom, and this is my son, Kobe. Say hi, Kobe. He's 3 years old, and we just finished his 6th month on the protocol. So yeah.
How did the 5th month go?
6 months. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 6 months. It's better now than it was in the beginning, because we just had to add and adjust a few things. But he's doing really well. He's talking a lot more. Yep, he started ABA therapy this month, and he's doing very, very well with that. Very well with her. He's actually mastered out of his BCBA came over twice to like set whole new goals, and he's mastering out of everything like every week. He completely masters out of so far anyway. So he's doing
come set new goals.
Yes, he's doing really, really well with that.
And he goes to school. Yeah. Gets on the bus on his own, and he goes to school 3 hours a day.
Yeah,
and he loves.
And then 3 hours of ABA every day too. So. And then he's still in speech as well, so
he has long days now.
But he's adjusted very well to the new routine. Before it was like he wasn't very structured. He didn't have, a set time to go to bed. But now he's
bedtime's a lot better.
Yeah, he's going to bed by 9, 10 o'clock, waking up on 10.
Yeah.
Which before it would be like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. So he's doing very well, like adjusted to
what do you do
the schedule.
When you go to bed at night? You read your book?
No. Yeah. So, but since the last video, definitely, there were some ups and downs. So there were some challenges that occurred. So basically, whatever the technical reason, Walter and Carmen can dig into that. But ultimately, he was experiencing more die-off, or whatever the case may be, and whether it was from the new things we added or old things that were going on, we got to a point where there was less language than before. And I think the thing for me that, was kind of a kicker, it was very enjoyable to come home and Kobe would, kind of fall over herself to greet me. So then we got to a point where I come home and say, "Hey, Kobe, what's going on?" And he just keep doing what he was doing like he didn't even hear me. So we had a few weeks where he was less present than he had been before. We called Walter and Carmen. They gave us some modifications to put in. We did things such as the oregano oil. There was some tea, a couple other things, and he's been snapping back. The last few weeks he's definitely a lot more present and vocal and things like that. But definitely that was something we experienced from last video to this video.
Also, you guys mentioned, talk about the eating and how that changed.
Oh yeah, he's a picky eater, and it was maybe the beginning of last week, like he just refused everything. He wasn't eating anything but like snacks, pretzels, graham crackers, and pancakes. Like he wasn't eating breakfast before school and all that. And then we did the castor oil wrap 3 days last week, and then ever since then, like throughout the weekend and everything, he's been eating a lot. He ate a whole meal today, like he ate his whole plate.
Oregano oil too.
Yeah.
The oregano oil helped. Burn it in the diffuser where I have it by his bed at night, and then I have it in his play area down here through the day when his ABA therapist is here, and she said he does much better with that on, like he's focused and like running around or whatever. She can get him to focus. She's noticed when the oregano oil is on.
Right.
Yeah, and there's subtle things that we can see that just he's improving. So things such as if you're asking him what he wants to eat in the morning, if it's pancakes, well, how many do you want? I want 2, and he's holding up the right number of fingers, or 3, or sometimes it'll go up to 5. And he's always holding up the right number of fingers. I think at one of the therapy sessions, the young lady Kim was reading him a book, and it was something about a king. And she was like, Kobe, say king, and stuff like that. So, okay, you can say anything they want to say. But then she told him to say, Kobe, say, I'm a king. And he said, I'm a prince. You know, because his middle name is Prince. So he's been hearing Kobe Prince. So stuff like that, where you just see him processing, you know, what's going on. And he's definitely asking a lot of questions just, you know, out of the middle of the day. You know, where's G-Ma? Or, you know, where's Mommy? You know, you can see when it occurred to him, he's coming to ask about it.
Even when we went outside today and it was raining, he was like, I need an umbrella. I was like, I don't have an umbrella, I'm sorry.
The night it started raining and you weren't.
But we were outside though.
Yeah.
He's like,
But the other night it started raining, you were at work, and I was upstairs and he was sitting at the counter, and the rain just started coming down really hard, like 2 nights ago. And he said, it's raining, I need an umbrella. He just, you know, was talking to himself because I wasn't down here, but he was like, it's raining and I need an umbrella. Like,
how's this transitioning going? Like, are you able to, if he's doing something you want to do, is it easy to stop him from doing one thing to go to something different?
It's been the past couple of days, like getting him to go upstairs, like after bedtime. He's been kind of resisting that. And sometimes going to school in the morning, like he won't want to put his shoes on.
So the interesting thing is that's all residual. When we say that we notice some things that slip back, you know, it's stuff like that. Because we had, I'd say, a couple months where there was no issue whatsoever with the transition. It was like that whole concept left. That wasn't an issue. You didn't have to like strategically plan how you're going to get them to go to bed. You know, that type of thing.
he said it's his.
I heard he said my turn or your turn.
Okay, Kobe, it's your turn.
Your turn. You want to say something?
Talk to Mr. Watt. It's your turn.
You want to say something, Kobe?
Ask him something.
How old are you?
And
3.
when is your birthday?
When is your birthday?
August 27.
August 27.
How many cars do you have in your hand?
2.
Oh.
Oh, you such a
Do
big
you like
boy.
those cars? Which car is bigger? That's bigger? Which one is faster? That one? Which one is your favorite?
I'm starting a pattern. Is that one? Which one is white? Which one is the white car? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Good boy, Kobe.
Where's your big red car that you sit in?
Over there. Oh, wow.
City.
He is such a ham.
Your outside car.
That one.
No.
Yes. So what I said, we noticed there, he has a lot more language, you know, on month 6. So we did see a little slip in month 5. We went back and we noticed there was a little slipping going on. So, but we did make some changes. And the thing is, you know, as a parents on this journey, you have to be willing to make changes.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people that we come in contact with, if they come into a little bumpy patch, they might say, "That's it, I'm done."
Yeah.
You know, so the biggest thing is, right, you got to be willing to make the changes to go forward. And we even introduced some new things for you guys to try this month to even get him back to where he was and beyond. You know, so he is obviously beyond where he was in month 5 and even in month 4. He's beyond that point. You know, so his interaction.
Let's have a conversation.
What kind of conversation? Like what?
Like I was on the trampoline yesterday, and he had got on first, and then first he's like, "Mommy, get on." So I'm like, "Fine." So I was acting like I couldn't, and I was putting my hand out, and then he was like, "You need help?" He was like, "Here, give me your arm." He said something like that. He was like, "Here, take my arm." He said something like that.
Wow.
I was like, "Oh, thank you.
You helped your mommy.
Guys, you have no idea. This is that's a phenomenal testimony. You know, and
Good job.
people be watching this on the internet. They will not be able to. It's hard for them to understand how you've gotten so much progress in such little time. Now, it's only been 6 months.
And the thing about it is, it's a battle, and you have to be in it for the long haul. And it's almost like, you know, it's a war of attrition. There's like give and take, you know,
Exactly.
from that perspective. Because I think on the one side, it was good for us to hit the bumpy patch because you don't want to get complacent and thinking that, okay, we got this.
Right.
The fact is, the kids are injured and we're trying to get them back and do.
And there's some resistance to that. The body is resisting, or the pathogens are resisting. There is resistance. But as long as you persevere and keep going, we haven't done anything that's life-threatening to Kobe or anything like that. It's just nutrition and detox. And you have to be able to address those challenges. They're challenges. When they come up, if you address them, the child gets better and moves forward. And that's what we've seen over the last month. He had a challenge. He did regress a little bit. We did make some changes. And now he's, not only is he back, he's further along than he was before. And we look for that to continue. So if this is 6 months, imagine what it looks like in a year. The next 6 months, where is that going to be?
Amen.
And the thing about it, what I go back to was starting the beginning of it. It was just, how can I get a question answered? Because he started with, if you asked a question, he didn't understand it, he'd repeat that question right back to you. That type of thing. In this case, there's several things that, hey, this is just being thrown out of the blue, so it's not, it's processing it and he's giving it back to you. So that's, I always think back to that at month 1, what I would have been happy with is just let me just get a question to show that he's here.
That's an excellent point. What the parents' expectations are. So some people, their expectations are so low. They feel like if I just get to this point, I'll be happy. And really, there is so much more that these kids can their ability to heal to. Yeah, so much more they can achieve.
Right. So what are you looking forward to seeing next?
At this next, what are you looking, Kelly? That's a great question. So what are you looking forward to next? I think we asked you that question before, like month 4, and you said language. You were looking forward to him having more conversational type languages.
Done that.
Exactly, and now he's starting that process where he's giving you more of that. So now what are you looking for?
I guess. Yeah. Still working on the potty training, but I guess just even more language, even more conversation. Doesn't hurt at all. So
Yeah. Kobe, did you read a book to me? Remember? What's this book? He likes to read.
He loves it. Yeah, he loves to read.
That's great.
Yeah. So we're looking for more of that. We're looking
More typicalness.
more typical
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
past typical.
Right, and extraordinary.
Yes.
Because
Definitely a ham.
he is definitely
And
a
there's
ham.
been plenty of, I think we were saying this before, but he'll sit, watch a 2-hour movie like a typical kid and know all the parts of the movie and the songs and things like that. I think Trolls is one of his current favorites.
What's your favorite movie, Kobe? What movie should I watch?
Trolls.
Trolls.
Is it a good movie? Is it funny?
Hug time. Miss Carmen, they do hug time.
They do what?
Hug time.
Hug
They
time?
never watch the reminder.
Oh.
I think he likes it because Justin Timberlake's on the soundtrack.
Oh, you like the music
It
first.
has some music.
Now, remember at some point in this, I don't know what month it was, but he was fixated on a certain movie and watching it over.
Pig.
And it was YouTube.
TV show,
It was
YouTube shows,
I used to have to sit and rewind the same show for hours.
And he's not doing that anymore. Hey,
He has a
man.
variety now. He liked the dinosaurs, right?
And he'll, even stuff you think he likes, if he's not in the mood for it, I'm not even talking the movie, if it's a food or whatever, it's like, no.
No.
He just said it's called what? What's the name of that movie, Kobe?
Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah, we're getting so much more interaction.
I'm asking him questions that are abstract questions.
Yeah.
What's what's your favorite movie?
He's thinking about
Yeah,
he did say
processing it. Yeah.
Pick up the box, please. So the ABAs.
So are y'all happy?
Oh, ecstatic. Oh, yeah. To just see the key that unlocked him is pure joy.
Yeah.
Right.
Because to see your child zone somewhere else is the opposite of joy. So, yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I look forward to just even more and more higher levels of
Right. This
all
is
that God planned for him.
Right, exactly. The sky can be the limit.
yeah. There's so much healing, so much more healing in store for these kids that most people just don't know is possible.
And I'm trying to figure out what these typical kids doing at this age because we're not around any of them.
Right.
How is he doing at school in terms of? Well, he's in a specialized classroom with other kids like him. So
They're not on his level. Actually, some are way lower.
So you guys want to
And I
start?
think one may be even mentally, challenged. So they're not focused at all.
Right. So you guys just want to make sure that you get him mainstreamed as soon as you can.
Yeah.
That's conversations you start talking about. Even if it means you got to redo an IEP or amend the IEP, you get him to be around more
Sometimes
typical
I did
kids.
notice he would probably come home, and I'm wondering if he's taking on their behavior
Oh,
because
yes.
he didn't used to do those things.
Right. That's another reason you want to get him to go around more typical kids. So he'll be able to see what behavior.
Go. As soon as he gets potty trained, I think he would. I probably would do well in a regular
Typical preschool.
Classroom.
because he sits down really well and he listens.
did he? He said,
listens
"Excuse
to
me."
his
You
teachers,
see what you
you
did?
know.
Look right there. Look at that camera right there.
That is a good picture. I gotta zoom up on you guys.
Say hi to everybody.
Can you sing us a song?
Sing his song.
I think he need more instruction than that. He can sing on his own.
What's a good song? What's a good song?
Just sing acapella.
Yes, Jesus. Yes, Jesus. Loves me. Loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me.
Yeah, that's a nice song.
He's like, "Clap."
Good
I
job.
had to tell you this last story with his ABA teacher who was here, and she do flashcards with him and shows him pictures of things, and he's supposed to name what's on the picture. And at this time, the director who sets his program up was here also watching his therapist, so she could give her more stuff. And the head lady was telling our therapist what to do as she's showing him the cards. So she came across a card that had a child on it with a thermometer in his mouth, and her hand was on her head like this in the card. And so she asked Kobe, "What's this card?" And he would answer the other ones, an apple or a girl or whatever. And in this particular card, he said, "She got the mind of Christ."
She got the mind of Christ.
What's the hand?
Because his
I
hand
taught
was.
him how to say, "I have the mind of Christ."
Wow.
So that's what he told the therapy.
like,
And she
what?
looked at the other lady and she's like, "What is it?" She's like, "He said she has the mind of Christ." That was fun.
Hey, that's his interpretation.
Right. She wasn't sick.
No, that's right. Ain't no such
Say, "Neither
thing.
am I."
All right, guys, that's about it. We're gonna talk to you next time. You will recommend the protocol?
Yes,
Absolutely.
Yes, we will. Without
And as soon
hesitation.
as you can get started,
Yeah.
get started.
All right. Bye, Kobe. Say bye.